Can't hang around in Hollywood and not visit the Elm Street house. I'm sure they're watching me out here right now. Just getting a couple quick shots. They really don't like people lingering or loitering, so I'm not going to stick around too long, but there you go. The door is red again. It's pretty cool. Best angle to get now, though, is from the left side of the house. Still make out that legendary roof line there on the side of the house. Pretty awesome. They can go ahead and cover it up and hate the film, but it won't change anything. So we had to walk up to take a look at the mailbox, which we're pretty sure is screen used. That's the mailbox right there, 790. Go up and get a shot. This could be a screen used mailbox from Final Chapter right there. All right, so one more shot of Ed's house up here. Only ever seen it covered on YouTube on my own channel and maybe one other. Here's another angle of Ed's house before we move on. So after he untangles the little girl he was dragging from the jump rope, he actually heads through a park, which is about a few blocks away from here. It's really not on the same road, so we're gonna take you there next. Okay, so here's right after. Sorry about the glare. Very sunny day today. There's that house right there across the road that I just showed. Here's Eddie after he collides with her and takes her baby. She's going, "My baby." So yeah, that tree's right there. Pole's still there. Mandatory for me to go over the infamous scenes. One where Ed, after leaving the park we were just at, where he puts the baby through the hoop, he's rollerblading up here to work, hops on the curb here, and he comes in the front way, falls over the counter just in time to say the legendary line, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger." So now we're over here, Studio City, another elusive Good Burger spot, and this is right after they leave the school. John Marshall using A Nightmare on Elm Street, which I covered in my other full Good Burger video. But we had now not found this elusive spot where Dexter is driving his mom's vehicle and his buddy is with him, and they're driving home from school, and then he crashes into Mr. Wheat, played by Sinbad. This is the crash scene right here. We finally found it. It's just off of Kraft Avenue and Landale Street. So the trees have changed a lot here, but this house seen prominently in the background. So smaller trees now here. But like I said, that hydrant and that pole over there, seen behind them during their whole conversation. He asked him for his driver's license. Give me your driver's license. Regarding my driver's license, I give it to you, but you're gonna have to wait. Wait for what? Oh, about a year. That's when I get one, when they put it in my hand. Directly after he collides with Mr. Wheat right here, he's like, "Okay, take a sec, be cool. We'll figure this out, Jay." Jay, his buddy Jay's already halfway up this road. Jay! The Myers house. Where else? Of course, this wasn't really where the original Myers house, which this is, was located. Now it's the Century house. The real location was just over there. We'll go there in a sec. But take a look. This is where we start today. The one and only Myers house here in South Pasadena. 1000 Mission Street. Take it in. Exiting the Sugarman Gallery. Looks like things are gonna get really interesting because I'm gonna actually stay there for nearly a week. I'm gonna have that Airbnb to myself right on the Myers House property for a week. So good things to come, much to come. Let's finish our location tour here. Just grabbing something at one of our favorite bakeries, La Monarca. Sorry, I almost said La Monarca. I guess it's La Monarca. Good bakery, right across from the hardware store. Surreal to go and check all this out. I'm literally sleeping like 100 feet from this location right now. Pretty awesome. Be able to have my coffee and then go buy it. Here about. Okay, so this edition is new, but the door he would have went in before being shot in the eyeballs and lit on fire and everything was over here. So the story ends kind of in that area of the hospital. They use different interior, which I think is Morningside Hospital in Pasadena. But this is the whole exterior look you're trying to see. So you're at George McFly's. George McFly Manor. That's where Crispin Glover, Back to the Future, lived. George McFly's house. 1711 Bushnell. Been here many, many times. Always cool to come here and observe this architecture. I was actually the only one who's ever covered a little clip from the backyard. I did that just last year. Go check out that video. You'll also see some spots from Shakes the Clown and stuff that burned in the recent wildfires. But you'll get a quick little snippet shot of the laundry scene back there. So they utilize the whole driveway here, and when they're walking up the driveway towards the back, you see these houses real well. Just behind them. In front of the apartment, throws the coffee in that guy's face. So he scurries off, he gives her the pocketbook back. She's like, that was very heroic, Munson. You're a hero. Love Lynn Shay, one of my favorite actresses. A genuine hero. But no, I'm no hero. Says something about it, you should just be running the other direction. He goes, oh yeah, about the rent money. And she goes, no, you don't worry about that. So his plan worked perfectly, thus far. You pay me the money whenever you can, because I know you're good for it. Okay, brings us over here to Whittier. And this was the house from Matilda. Wormwood Drive, 15811. This is where they bring Matilda home right after getting her from the hospital. So again, Wormwood Drive, where the Wormwoods lived. Coincidental? I think not. There's the house in the street. DeVito swerving up, pulling into the laneway. The detective spot where they're parked over here. Okay. Interested in timeshare? And then, yeah, Matilda tells them that they're cops. I've seen them outside. She's like, they are not cops, they're speedboat salesmen. They're cops. Little girl's smarter than the rest of the family. Like, way smarter. Way smarter. Yeah, it's very cool. Driveway, garage. It's all here. Years I've been planning to come out to this house in Whittier. Not too far from the school from Back to the Future. We could definitely get better coverage of this house here than we can of the Trunchbull's house. We're gonna go check that out. It's used in other films as well, but it is on a private property, which is gated. We will go check that out, get what we can get. Yeah, very cool to be here. Saw this movie in the theater, and then I've enjoyed it, watching it ever since. I really like the front property here. These palm trees look really nice. Okay, just think. Paul Rubens right in this garage. Danny DeVito drove up this street, pulled in and out of this driveway, walked up the walkway. Right, so that shot where you see Danny DeVito looking through the glass at Matilda. He makes that really evil, smarky face. That took place here. Got another scene here in Whittier, and it was here that the wife took the family to Cafe the Ritz. Said, "Come on, everybody." Wow. This is cool. Glass bridge. Whoa. Yeah, you got these screens all over the museum showing different clips from legendary motion pictures. Very neat. A lot of old black and white films. Saw Dracula on here earlier. Wow. We're gonna see some cool stuff at this museum. It's just a scale model of a Ranger ship from Interstellar. But most of this is like Barbie exhibits for the film and whatever else. Even though I did cover the Barbie doll museum close to where I live. I watched about 20 minutes of this film on a plane, I think the last time when I was coming. Where was that plane? I think I was returning from LA last time I was here, and just a stupid movie. It's so dumb. I like looking at stuff like this though. Ooh, Barbie toothpaste, Barbie cow milk, Barbie magazine, Barbie flamingo mailbox. That's pretty. The film. So dumb. So stupid. This is rather pretty. There's a rose in there.
Yeah, please try not to reach in. That sets off the alarm.
Oh, it does it? Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't even step near it. It must have been just my
Well, they got
camera.
it right on the edge,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I appreciate your understanding.
It's like surrounded by lasers. It's prestigious. There's a rose
Well,
in
you'll
there.
find in the museum, there's a lot of the sensor on the edge issues. So particularly when you go into the costume collection,
Oh yeah.
try to be mindful. Thank you.
Where am I? Okay. Exiting one section. It's a painting ripped by the beast. When he was angry. You don't want to meet the beast when he's angry. Yeah, so lots of stuff from Beauty and the Beast. These are all from the film Beauty and the Beast. I never saw it, but this is all really interesting to look at. The Beast's lair roar. Boar. Yeah, the Beast's lair boar. Okay. That's awesome. South Central Los Angeles. John Singleton wanted to emulate his childhood growing up in South Central. A lot like the film Friday. The director lives right across from the Friday house. Well, he lived there. I don't know if he lives there anymore, but it was the whole point was to emulate his childhood. Make a movie about that. That's really what Boys in the Hood was. All these locations can be found around South Central Los Angeles, off of 50th Street. Used this costume here, used in Dreamgirls, worn by Beyonce. It's Dina Jones. Beyonce. It's Beyonce. People like Beyonce. Everybody's like, yes, Beyonce. also the area from Pee-wee's Big Adventure where his bike was stolen. Gone over this a million times, and his bike was stolen right here after it was chained up. Still see that. Still remains from the film. It's about all that remains. Everything else has changed. This was Mario's shop over here. This was the radio station just over here. And the sunglass hut just up the way here was actually Chuck's Bike-O-Rama. And it comes over here. Yeah, this is all that's still left in that scene. This row of windows here with the red brick. And it comes over here to the sunglass hut. Daddy! Passing by Caro's yet again. Terminator 1. From Terminator, the original. I was thinking maybe go for a jog tomorrow morning. Jog to a few Halloween spots. So episode 4, we'll do some jogging. Jogging around South Pasadena. I haven't had any exercise in quite a while. There it is. Caro's sign. Still here, but it's not been Caro's for some time. Justin Bieber? Come on now. Yeah, I definitely put a couple new dents in the side of it. It's a shame. Squirrel crossing. Squirrel crossing. Wow, look how beautiful that is right there. It's a beaut, squirrel. It's a beaut. St. Albert carry bag. Find it hard to leave the cheese aisle. I'll make my selection shortly. Probably before I leave. I'm gonna grab that poutine first, but got snacks in here, baked goods, syrups. Of course, it's Canada, so you gotta have that maple fudge and maple candy. Syrups, like I said. Honey. Look, a deli meat. Can't you see? There's the Hindu temple right there. So after Martin Tanley had his like gang meeting in there, they end up getting a hold of Allison Page and putting her in the van. And then they escape. Gotta visit the big dragon here. Perched up here, top of this bus stop here. Wow. Its tail on the bench. Look at that. Thank you so much. It was really cool checking out the Sugarmint Gallery. And I'm going to be staying there, so wait till those episodes come out. I'll be doing some lives from inside of there when I'm slumbering, and then we'll go out on the town at night, muck around at some Halloween locations, so stay tuned for that. But give it a big thumbs up. Please like, please subscribe. If you're new here, it'll let you know when a new episode goes up. Never know what you may be missing here on the Mr. Thrashish.